Bit of a different one for you. You've done grand finals as a player, doing one as a coach now.
Yeah, I've come here a couple of times myself for these sort of days, and they're always very exciting. So I'm glad we've been invited along for the women's grand final preview. And I must admit, I'd rather be. I love the experience of being here as a coach, but it's tough to watch the other teams as a player still. Prep for this week going in because it's such a brilliant week. But in saying that, I'm very blessed to be back at a grand final with my women's team. So.
Just talk us through that win against Saints at the weekend, because that was some finish.
Yeah, I think my heart's just stopped racing from it. It was, we didn't get off to a great start. We sort of dipped our toe in the water a bit. I think there was a bit of nerves there, being over Saints and everything. The preparation of getting over there, everything like that, might have hurt us a bit in the opening stages of the game. But thankfully, I've got a really tough squad that refused to give up, and we came in at half time, and that's sort of when momentum changed. When we come in at half time, we were quite honest with one another, and we had a chat about how that half played out, going down 14-0 at one stage, and then just getting a try before the half time. We had an honest conversation. We came out and we delivered in that second half with our intent in our defence and our carries. In offence, so yeah, no, it was a great second half and one that went right down the wire and brilliant for the game, but not so brilliant for my nerves.
And you'll be right under the microscope this weekend, of course, on Sky. How big a boost and how good is that for the girls to be able to do it on a big platform like that?
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant for the girls. I think Cass has been one of the best teams in the comp all year. Winning the league leaders and. When we've turned up, although we finished third, when we've turned up in big games, we've been very good ourselves. So hopefully we get two teams come Friday night ready to perform and do the game of women's rugby league proud on the main stage on Sky Sports, and hopefully enough people tune in and see what a great product it is, and hopefully that can create some momentum for the women's game going forward.
And a word on Courtney as well. What a great story she is, being named Woman of Steel last night.
Yeah, no, she's. I've said it a number of times this week. She deserves that. She deserves that so much, that award. She's just such a brilliant leader of my team and such a good role model for the women's game going forward. She's just a true competitor that just refuses to give up and it just loves to win. So I think if you're tuned in or seen any clips on Twitter of highlights of our game, you'll see that come out of her. She was amongst everything. So yeah, no, she's deserved of the award very much so, and I'm glad that she had won it.
And how to go about beating Cass on Friday night, because they've got talent from top to bottom, really, particularly with Georgia Roach in the halves and even in the three quarters as well.
That's it. There's talent all over the field with them, so it'll be a really tough competition for us. But I try not to give too much away here. That might be just me not trying to give too much away or not really thought about it yet. No, but I think with big games like this, it just comes down to effort. The girls in the grand finals, there's so many variables that can happen. You can have injuries, you can have just there's so much that can go unscripted. So it's just about turning up, putting that effort in for the 80 and taking care of each other. And so we're just really focused on enjoying this week, getting our prep right, and then we'll see what comes of the day.
And have you been passing on some of your grand final experience, or can I put that to one side?
My grand final experience, besides winning grand finals, isn't that great. I mean, the last two times I've played out here in grand finals, although we won, I've been knocked out twice. So, the experience itself at the time is, the winning has been brilliant. I think the most important thing for the girls is to understand that it just goes by like that. It just flashes by. So you just embrace the week leading into it, embrace the day, and leave it all out there on the paddock, because once that final whistle goes, next thing you know, you're into pre-season for next year. So you just really got to leave it out there on the day and enjoy the moment.